Alright everybody, welcome back to Turbo Addicts channel. It's freezing balls ass cold today. Yesterday was like 70 something degrees. I know that I always give you guys some kind of weather update, so today we have a high of 40, which I'm really excited about, but I do have 4 days off for Thanksgiving break from work and school. So I figured today would be a good day to tackle tearing into this. As you guys know, my other motor that I just purchased, I broke a lot of bolts off on it. The motor had been in salt water, which I was unaware of. Well, I can't say unaware of, but I was informed that there was the possibility when I bought it. So that motor's still sitting on my midsection up there. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and pull the pistons out of this one. I want to pull the crankcase and the pistons, and I would like to see what's going on inside this guy. The plans is to try and take two motors and salvage them into one. How well that's going to go, I'm not really sure. But to get started on this today, I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Looks like there's one over here, 14, 15. Shit, a lot. There's a lot of bolts on here to take out. There's ones in the middle. There's some that are claimed to be up here around this guy that are underneath there. Yeah, this is going to need to come apart. I had dumped some lubricant down the cylinder, so if you see red leaking, it's not blood. It's actually Marvel Mystery Oil. We're going to try and get this off and see what we can do about getting the actual pistons out today. Because at some point in time, I'm going to have to strip both of these. I figured I'd go ahead and take this one for a test run, because I've had more luck with removing bolts on this one than any other one. So I'm going to get my chisel or my punch hammer, start smacking these, get a good fitting socket, and start working on those. I can move this around. I mean, the motor's really not that heavy once you have it off, and there you can see the Marvel Mystery Oil coming out. I really don't give a shit. I don't think it'll hurt anything. So we're going to see what we find out today with trying to do this, and fingers crossed we don't have any issues. Let's just call them that, issues. And we might be able to get this crank out. If we get this crank and pistons out, we can take a look and see what the piston walls look like, and also what our crank looks like in our pistons. I might be able to salvage this motor and just go ahead and rebuild and put it back together. I have a feeling that's the way it's going to go. Or I'm going to have to pull the pistons and crank from the other one and maybe drop them into this motor. This motor had dead cylinders 1 and 3. I think they were just stuck piston rings, but I'm not really sure, and I won't know until I dig into this a little bit deeper. So long story short, I'm possibly going to be wasting some money on buying another motor, but maybe I can part it out, sell it back, and make some money back to help me with this process. But I'm going to get some stuff together, start smacking these with the hammer and punch on all these bolts, get a good socket set up together, and start removing things, and I'll be back on. Just before I get started with doing this, I just want to kind of show you that this being the top of the motor, we got a ground strap here. I had bent one of these, so I can get another one of those. That's not a big deal. You see you have these bolts in the middle. There's a bolt hidden down here on the top of the starter bracket that runs through. There's one down here on the base plate of the cast portion. And then these are going to have to come off too, to take this whole shebang apart. These are probably the two most overlooked ones, these two up top, because you really don't see them. And then also that one that runs through here. But let's I'll start smacking and see how things go. Okay, now that we have removed all of these bolts, they came out without issue. Just remember that when you're removing these, there's a nut that goes underneath here that connects these two. There's some that are probably still laying in there, but once you start rocking it, you're going to see them start falling. I put everything in a bag as usual. The next thing we're going to need to do is to take these caps, main caps, end caps, whatever you call them, lower cap, upper cap, bowler cap. That's what it feels like today. And all I'm doing now is just taking a chisel to them. I've got a huge fear of things breaking with my experience. Just tap the bolt, breaks anything loose inside there. Because I've had decent luck on this motor versus the other one. I have no idea how long that other one had been sitting. I'm guessing it's been sitting for a while. There's shims underneath there that you do need to be aware of because you cannot smack them with anything. You do not want to beat on those. They came off fairly nice. Bottom ones. Ooh. They came off fairly easy too, which is so far a good sign. Thankfully, with the process that I'm going through, I haven't used up any of my gaskets that I already bought. So the only stuff that I have used gasket-wise is everything in the POWERHEAD or the carburetor rebuilds and the fuel pump rebuilds that you guys have seen, which I'd be using anyway. So I'm going to take these off. I'm going to bag these up. I don't know if there's a difference in length between the uppers and lowers, but if there is, you're going to need to notate it. So always keep a Sharpie marker handy. You guys should know all this shit. So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Mine was fairly well. My wife had caught the cold that I had all last week. So that's nice. So she wasn't feeling too hot. I debated on going Black Friday shopping last night. Best Buy had a Toshiba 42-inch TV or 40-inch TV for a steal that I thought about going and buying, but that's kind of more for me, so I need to worry about other people's gifts for Christmas, not myself. I'm hoping for Christmas I get me a new Sony point and shoot, so I can take better videos for you guys. Alright, let's see if you guys can see this from where I am. Ooh. Those bolts are the same length, same size head, so we can put them in a bag together and we never know the difference. Now the fun comes with trying to remove this stuff. Let me back out a little bit. There you go. I don't know how well this stuff's going to be stuck on here. My wild guess that it's not going to be easy to get off, but I've been told, take a good look at the seam. There's small slotted areas, which let me show you. Hang on, let me fix the camera. Okay, can you see right above that hole? There's a small slot there, and if you go down a little bit further, there's one there too. Those are designed to be able to help you slip a small screwdriver in there. There's a couple of them around to be able to help pry this thing apart. So I'm gonna get some small screwdrivers. I'm gonna get, if you have a soft-headed mallet, that's good. I like to use a block of wood over top of metal and use a hammer because I don't have a soft-headed mallet anymore. long story short, my shit was stolen. If you guys have been paying attention and watching my videos, you know that already. I'm gonna go tap this around and I'm gonna start working it out and see what we come up with. Well, just to show you, I had taken my wood, set it up on here, gave it a good smack there, gave it a good smack there, and I placed the wood between, it's just a short chunk of wood, between this stud and this stud, and I'm fairly loose there. So, voila, that has came off. It's not too shabby. So let's have a little gander inside. I'll probably get out my other camera and take some better photos. That's your lower main cap. There's your upper main cap. You have a gasket, and I'm guessing this is the shim material here. Mine has a little bend in it. Don't think that's supposed to be like that. You do not want to hit the shim material. Don't hit the shim material. Alright, you hear me again? Don't hit the shim material. Here's your reeds, your mains, and your reeds. So I'm going to get a couple good photos with my other camera, and the next thing you're going to want to do is you work some kind of you come up with a way to go ahead and to pry this stuff out, and I'm going to work on that next. So let me get some photos together and I'll work out some kind of system of removing this thing, and I'll show you. Okay guys, this is where we stand now. What I had done to get this thing started was I went ahead and took a piece of wood, set it right here, gave it a little smack going up, just tapped it, and it loosened it up. So I'm going to try now to go ahead and put my blue away. See if I can take this, put a piece of wood on the bottom of that cap. Got the bottom up. Okay, it's loose now. It's just going to be a matter of getting everything out together. It's almost out. Let me go ahead and get a little dirty here, fight this thing out. Okay, now that I have this all apart, I need to figure out how to get this shim off because it's getting ruined. Here's one of the pistons that was showing no compression. Take a look at how tight the piston rings are. You don't see them expanded at all. The second one here, shit, I'll show you this one here. Take a look at those piston rings. See how they hang off like that? That's number 4. Number 5 was the same way, piston rings expanded. Number 6, piston rings expanded. We have our main bearings here. I got this play, which I'm assuming is supposed to be like that. I can see the needle bearings in there. Not much noise to them. They spin nice. Same deal with this one. Spins nice. There's no lateral play, you know, out of rotation. There's just this play. Same deal on the reeds here. I'm not real sure how to tell if these reeds are completely good or not. They're dirty. I can see that they're sticking. I know that's probably not supposed to do that. So this thing's going to need a good cleaning. Yeah, these are all sticking. All those reeds are sticking. Have to loosen them all up. Inside here, I know you can't see much with, it's kind of hard. Let me see if I can get you a little flashlight action. But 1 and 3, you can see there's a little black there. 2 doesn't seem to have that issue. 3 has also got it on the side there. Looks like we were getting a little rust on the walls too, starting to, from this thing sitting. I can see that 3's trying to expand, but it's just not, probably, I have a feeling that was the only reason I wasn't getting compression on those 2 cylinders. The awkward thing to me is that 1 and 3 have this notch in them right here. It's not in 2, 4, 5, or 6. I mean, they have a square edge. 1 and 3 have this notch. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm guessing it's some kind of Mercury disaster. Let me take off this glove and get a light in here. I don't feel like getting oil all over the light. Although I know you guys probably think that'd be fucking hilarious. Let me see here if I can get you a good look in there. Hair's down in 1. That is probably the worst one here. It's down in 2. 3. 3's got a couple little scratches up there. I don't know if you can see that. Down in 4. 5. And 6. And you can see a little bit of rust on the wall there. And then there's all the seats where everything sits. You can see there's some light marks there, but I think they're intentional. There's a little bit of a hue there. So I don't know how much further I need to go. I'm gonna have to talk to my buddy. I'm gonna clean this stuff up and put it away for right now. I don't know, I feel better that this is out. I don't know how much that means to anybody else, but I know I'm going to have to take apart the rest of that baffle, take this plate off, the exhaust cover, get in there, get to the baffle plate in there, take a look at that, clean that fucker out, and start making some decisions on what to do. So, happy Black Friday, guys. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribed. If you tell a friend, phone a friend, I don't give a shit. Just keep watching. There's more to come. It's more from me in my backyard, and looks like we're going to be rebuilding a POWERHEAD on a 1976 Mercury 1150. So keep watching, guys. I'll get into some more later.